at Turkey.
So far.
That is the only thing we are aware of right now. The compounds of the, I think it's used to be Garhef and Ocean View, those compounds are compromised at the moment. We have a tide of 3.15. This section, which I just referred to, say between Turkey and Sheriff Street, is lowered. It's passing through the erosional cycle at the moment. So it's the lowest point in the coast now. And the seawall is at a bit angle to the transit of the waves. So we have a tide of 3.15, and on top of that tide is riding a meter 1.2 meter of waves. And those are what are coming over the seawall. So you got a 1.2 meter waves riding on top of that tide. This means within another half hour or so, the conditions should subside. The engineers with the hydromet will check on any conditions out in the Atlantic which may be generating these waves. Before advice, because we have another tide for something, I believe, in the morning. So we have to keep an eye on that to see whether there will be a reoccurrence. You may recall some years ago at Bedford, the Montrose, we had a similar situation. So that the physical condition, which is the lowering of the foreshore, has moved along to this point, and that is why we're seeing it. But in terms of the lowering of the foreshore, but fundamentally, you got 1.2 meter waves riding on top of the tide, of a high tide. The advice is, well, to take care of any stocks that they may have just in case there's a water incursion. The water which is coming over now is collecting at this point at the pump station. The pump station will perhaps go into operation in another 45 minutes because it's choked with a lot of debris, garbage and so on. We don't want to risk losing the pump just for this event. So they will clear out the grids and resume the pumps within about 45 minutes to an hour at the most. In the meantime, that water which is coming here will collect in the canal. We hope it doesn't come too high to compromise any areas at the back of the public road here. So we got another half an hour bit. Cleaning what? Yeah, well, we got to use rakes. It's a manual process. It's a manual process. Yes, it's a lot of garbage, and you know our problem with garbage. All right. Then we continued on up the trail over sections 3, 4, 5, and 6 to the Brown River, then over into 7, which is only partially cleared. And that is the area of concern now in terms of trying to push physical access to the falls. We had a good view of the area. The rivers are very low at the moment, so that aided us being able to see some things, and the weather was fairly dry otherwise. But we've had a good visit, and it's bringing us here with respect to some issues we need to resolve over the next week or so. Operational issues with respect to realizing the road.
What's the parking sit on track?
We have to make some adjustments to meet the timings which are required for substantial completion by June. That's the date we have.